Hello YouTubers. Oh, sorry about that. I bumped the tripod. Yeah, I'm back again. And, you know, I'm sorry that the radio you're looking at looks kind of yellow. It's because my extra lighting. It's nighttime is really doing that. It's just not it's a halogen lamp. It's a work light. It's not really right for this. I should have done this during the day. Maybe if I push that lamp down, it might help a little. Probably not. Anyways, back again with another video. I haven't done one in a while, and I'm really gonna start doing these a bit different. I don't know. I'm getting bored with myself, and nobody's really said anything about being bored with my videos, but I'm getting a little displeased with them. You know, I kind of do the same old setup, same monotone, you know, uninteresting. You know, here it is, here's what it does, you know. So, you know, for a few reasons, I think I'm going to change them up. You know, you need some variety, and you know, and two, you know, I look at, and I know I don't have, I know I don't have a personality like those guys, but I look at the Laser Jaw, you know, the, AKA the, you know, Challenger, the Cobra Man, and you know, and some others. I mean, those guys are really interesting. They got great personalities, so. Not only is what they're showing you interesting, but their personalities really make it. And I know I can't be them on myself. You know, I'm not gonna, you know, I just don't have the right personality. But, you know, I figure I can at least change up the video format some. Maybe try to make it a bit more interesting. So, future videos for a little while, anyways, I'm gonna try doing multi-segment repair videos. And another reason I decided to go that route is because I'm running out of radios to show you guys. You know, working radios. You know, that don't either 100% work or at least 98%. You know, maybe got some. I've shown maybe a few that had some minor little problem I hadn't lined out yet, but otherwise they were pretty much working. Well, I'm running out of them. I've got some left, but not a lot. So, and I got a lot of project radios. So I've been talking to, you know, I talked to my friend Dave at M0OGY in the UK about doing a multi-segment, you know, repair / restoration video on the radio you see here, you know, in the video now, which is an old Lafayette HE20C, and this is just as I had found, you know, as I received her. It wasn't packed well, the meter got busted. It's got a rare preamp compressor unit that was an add-on. It's hardwired in the radio. I've never seen one of those in real life before, and it is a tube preamp compressor unit. It's not a later solid state. Preamp compressor works. Radio's got some problems that need to be lined out. Some of the crystals are off frequency. Meter, I've got a replacement. Actually, I think I got a replacement. Yeah, got a replacement hiding over here. I'm going to change the face plates out. This is a later style one, so, you know, the back graphics is a little different. Anyways, the tunable receive is off frequency, so I need to look into what's going on there. Receive seems a little low, but there may not be anything odd going on there. This is like a mid-60s radio, so it's not going to have the performance of a modern day radio. So that's probably, you know, I know he expressed interest in that, and, you know, I thought maybe it'd be something interesting. I hope other people will find it interesting too. And other videos, well, I probably won't really make a video of this one because I mean, some of you recognize this radio. I've done a video of this in the past. It's that 40 channel Colt Midnight Special, you know, Japanese tube type. And I had decided to cull this out of my collection because a good friend of mine wanted this radio. You know, and I have to, every now and then I sell something for my collection. You got to make room, raise funds. You know, I have to for something else. And, you know, I live by the philosophy when it comes to anything you collect, you can't keep them all. That was something that took me a long time to realize, but I know I can't keep them all. So I get this off the shelf, check it out. It's off frequency, transmit and receive by quite a bit. So I get to investigating into these PLL synthesizer boards up here. I couldn't adjust it back on. I tried that. It just would not, you know, it would not come back on frequency. I could make it worse or get it to the point where, you know, either side it's going to drop out. So I get to checking components on there, and I notice one of the capacitors is shorted. So I replaced them all. After I did that, you know, I was dead in the water until I'd stick a tuning screwdriver, you know, in the can to try to adjust it back on for, you know, TXRX. And, you know, I'd get receive back. I'd pull it out and I'd lose it. So I was like really scratching my head there. I thought, well, maybe I busted the carbon slug in it or something. You know, it didn't look like it, but, you know, it's pretty tiny one. I don't know if it really shows up in the camera too well. And people had been jesting on this long before I got the radio. So, and I thought, well, you know, maybe I better check those capacitors too on the low voltage supply. So I pull the bottom off. After I pull the bottom off, I lose everything. So, I don't know. I worked on this really late at night one night, so I might have messed it up. I might have put one of those capacitors in backwards, reversed the polarity. I'm gonna have to go back and double check that. I want to replace these. I found on these low voltage supply, most of these are 8 volters and they're originals. So get the capacitor situation sorted out. I guess I'll see where it takes me from there. It'd be great if it like solved the problems, but I seriously doubt it will. I think there's more going on than that, and I've never worked on synthesizer problems on one of these before, so I don't know, I may be getting a little out of my league. But so unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna have a radio for my friend unless I can figure it out someday. And then other project radios to maybe come in the future. Like I said, that one I might do an end result video if I can actually fix it, but that Colt. But you know, I'd already done a regular video on it when it was actually working right. USL Contact 8, American made. I think that's about mid-60s radio as well. It's in really good shape. Got the original mobile mounting bracket, but it's got problems. I haven't really done anything with it. So as far as, I haven't done anything as far as troubleshooting. I think I tested the tubes, and that was probably about as far as I ever went with it. I never really dived into it. So I might do a multi-part video on that old gentleman there. This one down here, about got it done. So hopefully there'll be a video here soon. This old American made Regency range gain 1. Oh, I'm sorry, range gain 2. I think I got one more crystal in the mix that's off frequency that I need to replace, and hopefully I've got one that is on frequency. I've got some parts radios that use the same crystal mixing sequence as these radios, which the Cobra Cam 88s use this same mix sequence as well. There was a number of 2 types that did. So hopefully I'll have this fixed all back together, show you guys a video sometime soon. This one could be a multi-part video someday. That's the first range gain. I actually think it's a more attractive radio than this one. I know you can't see it very well down here in the junk pile. Well, I've got it on the shelf, but it's got a bunch of crystals off frequency and a problem in the receive, the S meter circuit. That's what I can remember. It may have some more issues. I've had this one for a while. I'm thinking this power supply needs to be rebuilt. That's what's in my mind, but that'll be a future multi-part video. This one's made in Japan. It's a little later tube radio. Lafayette Comstat 23 Mark 6. I think that was the last version of this. It's in a really immaculate shape physically. Well, and really electronically inside, I just think the power supply needs to be rebuilt, and hopefully she'll run. That remains to be seen. And shamefully, I have to say, I haven't looked into these. There's a Comstat 25A there. There's one there, and there's another one, and that one's really, yeah, she's pretty rough looking, isn't she? Somebody got the rattle can out with some metallic blue spray paint, decided to enhance that one. I haven't looked into these. I know that's awful. I don't know, call it laziness, procrastination, I don't know. I need to see what's going on with them. Some of them may even work. I doubt it. I bet they've all got some problems of, you know, some sort. Here's an old American rig. Oh, how well that's showing up. That's a City Phone SS, 23 channel. Yeah, it's like, I think, a mid-60s as well. It's got some transmit problems, if I remember right. I got the original mic with it. Can't really see it, though. I can't get over on that side of the shelf, folks. Sorry, there's a table beside it. That'll be a future, maybe, multi-part video. If, you know, if you guys show interest in these multi-part videos. There's a basket case. I've got that mostly working. I got this radio and it was all hacked up. Believe it or not, I mean, it's a Midland, and a lot of Midlands were, well, I don't remember a lot of Midlands being made by Uniden. Most of them were either Cybernet or Maxon, you know, Korean made, and so forth. But this one's a Uniden. Uses the 858 PLL, but this poor radio had been hacked bad. And I got it pieced together, transmits and receives, but she's off frequency on, well, upper and lower sideband need to be lined in a bad way. And AM, I think the last time I tinkered with it, I think I was told it's got a bit of a hum on AM transmit, so there may be something still going on there too. I don't know if I ever get this 100% working. I may just do a video of it just to show how bad the insides are hacked on it, because it's rough. It is really rough. There's a good candidate for restoration someday. I got the time and feel up to it, just like with the rest of them. This came with that Johnson Messenger 1, or the bread box, shoe box, whatever you want to call it. I've shown in one of my really early videos. These two came together. This radio was almost new looking. Courier 23, another probably like mid-60s radio. I don't remember what all's wrong with it, but she's got some issues, and I don't have a power cord for it, so I have to power it off of using alligator clips and jumpers and so forth. It takes a 9-pin octal, which has been causing me some problems. I wished it was an 8-pin. I think that's it. I think I've showed you guys pretty much the projects and some of the junk. Oh wait, yeah. There's more projects and more junk. Here's another junk pile. This is the junk room. My radio room is storage room, junk room. It's the extra room in the house that gets all the overflow and catch-all, as well as being my radio room. Some of you probably not seen these. It don't seem like many of these made it into the States. I don't. Maybe over in Europe, maybe they were more common, but President JFK's, I know they're pretty rough looking. One works right and the other one's got some problems. Might do some videos on them someday. And I think that's probably about it, folks. Got a few more, yeah. I got these in a lot. These Turner Custom Special 1s. Fairly uncommon mics. They weren't stored well. Whoever had them. I haven't had these too long. I need to clean them up. I have tested them. They work, but boy, they need some massive cleaning up. And so I'm gonna do some microphone videos in the future. I've got some kind of rare and interesting, CV mics, as well as a lot of older, common American made and Japanese made, mics as well. So I think that pretty much does it. Probably next video I'll do like the first segment of this radio here, and then it'll probably be showing you where the state it's at, show you the insides, and that'd probably be it for segment 1. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if any of those radios look interesting, if you want to see repair / restoration clip, put together conglomerated video of them individually, or let me know too if that doesn't interest you guys none. I don't know. I don't know which way to go. Like I said, I don't work in radios. I don't have a ton left to show you guys. I still pick them up every now and then, but still gonna hit the brick wall eventually. I don't have an endless supply of money, and therefore I don't have an endless supply of radios. And as you could see from a little bit of this storage room back here, I don't have an endless supply of space neither, folks. It's pretty cramped back here. There ain't much room. It's a miracle it's a miracle we're able to use this as storage for the entire house. It looks awful, but it serves the purpose of storage anyways. So anyways, questions, comments, let me know. Let me know if future videos you like better, if you just like the old format, or if you've got other suggestions, what I should change, not change, do, not do. Let me know. I'd really like to make them more interesting. The videos have been more successful than I ever really thought they would be. I mean, I definitely didn't think I'd get the kind of views that, I have been off of this stuff, because I just didn't think there'd be that many people interested in the vintage stuff. Because most people in the hobby today like the newer stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. My passion's the oldies, the 60s and the 70s radios, and a little bit of the, the early 80s. And that's just where my interest has been for a while. I like the performance of them. I like tinkering with them. I like to try to keep them as original as possible, and I like keeping them going, reviving them. You think of the countless thousands of the old American-made radios that have been, tossed. The original owner passed away, family members didn't know nothing about it, just threw it away, or various other circumstances. I mean, there's a lot of them gone, and there were some rare models, because back in the heyday, in the 60s and 70s, especially when it comes to American-made radios, you'd be looking at the 60s. There were so many companies getting into it and making radios, and some of them didn't make very many models or very many radios, and there's not very many examples probably left of some of them anymore. There are some rare birds out there, but rare, uncommon, common, it doesn't matter. If they're vintage, and they don't have to be American. I mean, if you noticed, I've got a lot of Japanese-made radios and Taiwan radios in my collection too. Got nothing against radios like that either, but I'm trying to focus a little more on saving some of these American rigs. We didn't make our own radios very long, and they're probably disappearing to the scrap pile at a astronomical rate anymore. So, folks, save as many of them as you can. Lord knows I can't save that many. So, like I said, leave comments. Heck, if it's just to say, I'm tired of hearing you talk all the time, hey, that's fine too. So, anyhow, 73s everybody, take care. I hope you have a good and prosperous, happy new year. God bless y'all. Talk to you later.